Sup, you beautiful bastards? Hope you've had a fantastic Thursday. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it. And the first thing we're going to talk about today is celebrities selling bullshit, and no, I'm not talking about Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian was in the news because she sold out of 300,000 makeup kits in less than 3 hours, making her an estimated $14 million. And I'm not talking about her. She's a celebrity using her fame to sell makeup that does makeup things. Seems to be on the up and up. Today, I want to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow, her company Goop, and a product they just promoted called Body Vibes. Goop is Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle website. Paltrow's site that in the past has recommended products and services like vaginal steaming, jade eggs to put in your vagina, a 24-karat dildo, and now the product we're talking about today, Body Vibes. And Body Vibes are essentially $5 stickers. You get a 24-pack for $120. They claim to use, quote, NASA spacesuit material to, quote, rebalance the energy frequency in our bodies. Goop states that the stickers are made with the same conductive carbon material NASA uses to line spacesuits so they can monitor an astronaut's vital signs during wear. And the Body Vibes come pre-programmed at the ideal frequency. And if you had never heard of Goop before, I am so excited to introduce you to this level of stupid. The article reads, wearable stickers that promote healing. Really? Already setting us up for greatness. It's like a YouTube title, YouTube story time. I almost died. Not clickbait. Now go to your happy place and let me show you how Goop describes the concept. The concept. Human bodies operate at an ideal energetic frequency, but everyday stresses and anxiety can throw off our internal balance, depleting our energy reserves and weakening our immune systems. Body Vibe stickers come pre-programmed to an ideal frequency, allowing them to target imbalances. While you're wearing them close to your heart or your left shoulder or arm, they'll fill in the deficiencies in your reserves, creating a calming effect, smoothing out both physical tension and anxiety. P.S. Leaving them on for the prescribed 3-day period left a few Goop staffers with marks on their skin. Now here's where I have to give an outlet some props. Gizmodo saw this and, like me, most likely saw that and said, well, that seems like weird hippy-dippy bullshit. And so Gizmodo took the liberty of contacting NASA, since their suits were referenced, and said, hey, what do you think about this product and the claims? And in response, a rep for the spacewalk program said, quote, the suits do not have any conductive carbon material lining the spacesuits. And Mark Shellhammer, former chief of NASA's Human Research Division, stated, wow, what a load of bullshit. Not only is the whole premise like snake oil, the logic doesn't even hold up. If they promote healing, why do they leave marks on the skin when they are removed? Gizmodo also asked Body Vibes and Goop if they had any peer-reviewed papers that backed up their claims. None had been provided at the time, but Richard Eaton, the founder, claims, without going into long explanation about the research and development of this technology, it comes down to this. I found a way to tap into the human body's biofrequency, which the body is receptive to outside energy signatures. Most of the research that has been collected is confidential and is held as company private information. Well, I guess that settles that. And here's what I'll say, when it comes to stuff like this, I don't know if I ever feel bad. There's part of me that goes, why would I feel bad about this? A rich person's gonna drop $120 on 24 stickers? Cool. A fool and their money are quickly separated. But then I think of who Goop is targeting. Yes, there are probably established, well-off women, but a lot of marketing goes towards people that aspire. It seems like people look up to Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop because they see this higher, greater lifestyle. These people that are part of the 1% getting 1% experiences, getting things that I normally wouldn't get access to. This is my chance. And it ends up feeling so predatory and nasty to me that I end up feeling bad for these people. Granted, this is based off an opinion where I'm showing bias towards believing more so the people that worked at NASA than the claims from a person that has a company that says that they use NASA like, nah, maybe the placebo effect will make them feel happy and maybe it's a win. I don't know. I'm trying to be more positive and not hate on things today, but the world is not letting me. I'm gonna end this story before I say something I regret. And then I want to talk about a heavily requested story. Talking about this story is potentially awkward in general, but also very awkward considering that I'm filming this at Vidcon. Thousands of YouTubers are here, including high-profile YouTubers, YouTube themselves, tons of companies are here. But I also don't want to dodge stories because it puts me in an inconvenient place, so let's just talk this out. There's been some backlash and outrage recently against Casey Neistat and the YouTube trending page. Now, in general, there have been concerns for a while that the YouTube trending page is not actually what YouTube says it is, which is all based off of an algorithm, but there are handpicked videos and there's evidence of favoritism. Now, I don't know about that, but the reason I saw today of people wanting us to cover this story was Casey Neistat, essentially YouTube's golden boy. He put out a video called First Day of Summer with this thumbnail. Casey, who do you think you are? Me from 5 years ago? I kid, but it's essentially a hot girl front and center video. You click on it, it's a 5-minute video, it's high quality, it's what you expect from Casey Neistat. So that by itself doesn't mean anything to me. He could still have ended up on the trending normally as always. But the other thing that has a lot of people questioning and a lot of people angry is the last 10 seconds of the video, where it ends with this video is filmed entirely on the Samsung Galaxy S8. Every single shot, no color correction, hashtag no filter. And at that point, a lot of people started shouting, "You tricked us into watching an ad." Also, if you go into the description of the video, there's nothing there that says ad or brought to you by. There's not even a verbal call out in the video. It's just on the ass end of it. And to that, I say, I don't know what my takeaway is. We don't know if Casey was paid, but in the behind the scenes footage, we see that there is a lot of support there. At the very least, it seems like an extension of the already existing relationship between Samsung and Casey Neistat. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know fully the legal situation around that. But a lot of people have been saying this goes against the FCC rules, and it also goes against YouTube guidelines, which also brings up the question, how can it go against YouTube guidelines and be on trending? And so this whole thing has just added fuel to the fire that is the question, do certain creators on this platform get special treatment? It's come up in several different avenues, but it is still essentially the same question. And personally, I have to say I'm on the fence with this story. Obviously, I have to be transparent. I think my bias, it keeps me from fully going after Casey here. But we have differences politically and with what we tell our audiences to do. I respect him as a creator. And to his benefit, the final text does kind of technically give you an idea that it is an ad, but I do also understand why people feel like they were tricked and that this was disingenuous. I don't know, I'm torn on it, and so I think I want to pass the question off to you guys. What do you think? Do you think it's dirty or do you think it's fun? Also, do you think that YouTube is actually controlling the trending page? I've seen some people going even further, saying maybe there is a relationship between YouTube, Casey, and Samsung. I don't know, let me know what you think. But from that, I want to share some stuff I love today, and today in awesome. And the first bit of awesome we have today is you beautiful bastards. Yesterday we launched the That's Amazing shirt, a shirt where 100% of the proceeds were going to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And I woke up this morning to find that you guys were buying this shirt so much. As of recording this video, we have raised over $25,000 for charity. That is truly amazing. Thank you to everyone that bought the shirt here, is going to buy the shirt here. It's up for a week. Also, thanks to the people that said they don't have money, but they were still pimping out that link. Thank you for helping put a little awesome into the world. Then we got a brand new trailer for Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. It's such a weird, fun time. I cannot wait for August 4th. Then we got a Cyanide and Happiness short that involves Jesus, and it's a fun video that will probably not offend anyone at all. Then we had YouTuber Lewis Spears trolling some anti-vaxxers at a protest. Well, not even really. He didn't troll them as much as ask if any of them were a doctor.
Are you a doctor?
No, not at all.
You're not, but you have done your research.
Oh, my word, absolutely.
Yeah. Was that research part of like a 6-year doctorate's degree or more just Google?
Hats off to you, Lewis. And if you want to see the full versions of everything I just shared, the secret link of the day, anything at all, links as always are in the description down below. And then let's talk about 33-year-old Rebecca Berger. Rebecca was a 33-year-old French fitness Instagram model. She showed her lifestyle in photos, gave workout, fitness, and diet advice. And she's been blowing up in the news for the past 24 hours because she died on Sunday in a freak accident. Reportedly, she was killed by a whipped cream canister. It's one of those pressurized whipped cream canisters that has the CO2 in it. Reportedly, it exploded, hit Rebecca in her thorax. She then started having a heart attack and she died. So a seemingly random accident, although there are reports that this canister may have been part of a recall. The canisters appear to have been made by Attn, and back in 2013, they recalled 200,000 canisters. So they had a recall back in 2013. This was thanks to a string of accidents that had been reported since 2010. But reportedly, out of the 200,000 canisters that were recalled, only 25,000 were returned. And according to 60 Million Consumers magazine, there have been accidents from these products in the past. Those including broken teeth, tinnitus, multiple fractures, and the loss of an eye. And really I only have two final thoughts here. One, this is unfortunately our seemingly daily reminder that life is fragile and you could lose anything at any moment, so live your life to the fullest and love who you have while you have them. And two, hopefully anyone that has this same product that's watching right now notices this, and maybe by watching this video I saved a life and I'm a hero and oh my god, I'm such a good guy. There we go, I made the story about me. Really, isn't that the whole point of this show? And then I want to talk about two stories coming out of the UK because of a recent heat wave. Right now it's getting hot in the UK, so what do when it's hot? You usually wear less clothes. Say no to slacks, say yes to shorts, you sweat a little less, but there is a problem. At some schools there, it is against the dress code for boys to wear shorts. It was against the rules, but that didn't make sense to a 15-year-old at the school by the name of Ryan. And he asked the question to the administration there, if the girls can wear skirts, why can't we wear shorts? And to that, according to one of the moms, the headmaster said, quote, Well, you can wear a skirt if you like, but I think she was being sarcastic. But Ryan and a few of his friends did not take it as sarcasm, and 5 of them showed up in skirts. They said it was quite refreshing, there was a nice breeze. The next thing you know, there were reports that there were 50 to 60 boys wearing skirts. My favorite thing about this picture is the only boy who looks uncomfortable is the boy who looks like he forgot that it was wear a skirt day. Look at that face, he's like, really? No one hit me up in the group text? No, it's cool, it's cool. And to the school's credit, even though they have not changed the dress code, they haven't punished any of the boys for doing this. So as of right now, it's hard to gauge how successful that protest is. But that wasn't the case with a similar story to this that didn't involve a school, but a workplace. This story involving UK call center worker Joey Bard. He was sent home because at this workplace, shorts were against the dress code. So instead of going home and then putting on heavy pants and then sweating to death, he decided, bitch, I'm a pretty princess. I'm gonna wear a dress. I'm gonna wear a pink dress. And he did, and he actually went to work like that. And almost immediately, the bosses didn't send him home, kick him out. They released an email to the company saying, gentlemen in the office can wear 3/4 length shorts in black, navy, or beige only. Which I feel like Joey should feel proud about, but also at the same time, I mean, if you think about it, when was the last time you dressed a certain way and then the place that you worked or went to school was like, let's just change the rules. What I'm seeing should not happen. So congratulations to Joey for 2 reasons. The first is finding out that pink is definitely your color, and 2, for standing up to the man. But also this story makes me wonder about gender. There are a lot of places in all society that have gendered rules, where you can go to the restroom, dress code, ladies night, ladies drink free, bitch, sign me up. But joking aside, it seems more and more people are wondering why. Why do we have these gender rules? Why is a male nipple on Instagram fine, but a female nipple is risque? Oh my God, it gives life. Disgusting. And it makes me think of this story coming out of DC right now. Beginning next week, DC will allow gender-neutral designations on driver's licenses and ID cards. And DC is not the first place. This announcement's coming out after Oregon was the first state in the country to allow gender-neutral options on their ID cards. California also has a bill under construction around this, and so on your ID card, instead of it saying M for male, F for female, you can just put X. And so for me personally, this falls into that category of, I don't get it, but does it hurt anyone or does it mess anything up? Does this introduction of an X change anything other than just for the person it's for? I don't know. It doesn't matter much to me. I know that there are very passionate feelings about this though, and so that's actually, I'm gonna pass this question on to you again. What are your thoughts? Do you care? You don't care? You're for it? You're against it? Are you about genders being binary or fluid? Leave those comments down below. I want to get a peek into your mind. And the last thing I want to mention is that the Republicans finally revealed their Senate healthcare bill in the United States. It is a massive document. Myself and others are tearing through it. This is also going to be a developing situation because there are already 4 Republicans that are standing against this healthcare bill. The Republicans only have 52 seats in the Senate, so they don't have a majority, so there is going to have to be some sort of compromise. That is going to take some time to properly go through it. But I did want to mention it before I ended this video so you weren't like, what the hell? But that said, that is where I'm going to end today's show. I got to run out and do some VidCon stuff. If you're here, hopefully you come to my events or I bump into you, or we give each other knowing glances from across the parking lots. Or not. And that's actually where I'm going to end today's show. And remember, if you liked this video, you like what I do on this channel, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you missed yesterday's Philip DeFranco show, you want to catch up, you can click or tap right there to watch that. Or if you want to see the newest behind the scenes vlog, click or tap right there. But that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow, possibly with a live stream around noon Pacific Standard Time.